There's a reason we shouldn't put our joy and our heart into the things of this world, right? Let's say you put your joy in money and all of a sudden that money gets taken away. Well, guess what? Your joy gets taken away. What you live for gets taken away. If you put your joy solely in a earthly relationship, an earthly relationship, it's taken away. Your joy is taken away. Even if that someone passes, whatever, your joy is taken away. If you put your joy into food, what happens when you don't have the means to provide for that food? Then your favorite food is taken away. It's not saying that you can't enjoy these things. Of course, we enjoy these things. The Most High God has given us these things to enjoy, but not to overindulge, to not lay up treasures within this world, but to lay up our treasures within heaven, right? So if we put our joy and our heart and everything within the Most High God through Christ, well, our joy can never be taken away. Our peace can never be taken away. It can never be taken away. It will not be volatile because he's the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. So we'll never be volatile. It don't mean we're not going to go through things, because when you go through those things, that's what refines your character. That's the fire that purges you and gets those things out of you that are unprofitable. Even though the enemy may be the instrument used, because he's used, believe it or not, God doesn't do evil, nor does he tempt man with evil, right? But he does test us. So what instrument does he use to test us? The tempter who does the tempting, but it's a test, and it's one and the same, man. It's a tough one to break down. One day I may break that down. Anyhow, even when we go through those things, that's why we can still have peace. That's why we can still have joy. That's why we can still have that love in our heart, because our love, our joy, and our peace isn't based on circumstance. Because if our love, our joy, and our peace was based on circumstance, we would fall apart. Do you get what I mean? It should always be in the Most High God through Christ. But there is a time that's coming where we'll all know if your joy is in the Most High God through Christ for real, or if it's just a facade. We're going to know who's really for God, and we're going to know who isn't. Because those who aren't, they're going to fall away. They're going to leave. This is just the truth. And I'm referring to something that's very specific that will be here before we know it. And 2020 and 2021 was a preview of this, where people were presented with ultimatums about whether to keep their positions, their jobs for money, or to leave it all behind and take that loss and trust in the Most High. And a lot of people chose the money route. And I'm not here to blame anyone, because I wasn't in that position. Just because I wasn't presented with that position doesn't mean that's not what I stand on or how I feel. Because that time is coming where you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you do something, unless you accept something, right? And if you're so tied up in the amenities of this world, if you're so tied up with having certain luxuries, then you're going to give in. But if your joy and your peace, your love, who you truly are is rooted in the Most High God through Christ Jesus, then you will not fall away. You'll be willing to stand the test of time all the way until death. If it results in death, you'll stay faithful until the end, because the Spirit is within you. The seed is within you of the Most High. And this message is out of pure love. I'm not trying to shoot someone down, but I need my people to hear me. The flock knows the shepherd's voice. The flock knows the shepherd's voice. So when he feeds us certain things, and now us as laborers, when we speak, the flock will understand and hear and immediately adjust and fall in line with the shepherd, not with us, but with the shepherd, right? And Christ Jesus is the vine, we're the branches. Well, we can't bear fruit without the vine. And how does the vine stay well? Because of the vine dresser. So it all flows from the Father through the vine to the branches. And us as branches, we bear the fruit. But we're only bearing the fruit because of the vine, from the vine dresser. And that's the way that we're able to overcome these certain particular things. That's how we overcome sin. That's how we overcome temptation. That's how we overcome strongholds. That's how we overcome bad habits. All this stuff. That's how we overcome, because of the Spirit placed in us that teaches us how to war, that teaches us how to love, that teaches us how to really be, that teaches us, when I say war, that's prayer, but that's that deep warfare prayer, but also teaches us just how to be and what we won't accept and what we will. I hope it really reaches who it needs to reach, man. For those who have ears to hear, take heed, hearken, and get in line. I don't want to say get in line, but do what you got to do. And as far as living his life, like, make sure you're praying. Make sure you're praying, man. It doesn't have to be in a ritual style. Just pray. Just talk. Talk to the Most High God. Talk to him through Christ. Talk to him. Seek his guidance. Seek his will for your life. Seek his will when it comes down to everything that's beginning to unfold in front of us. Because for those who can see, for the watchmen, you see what's going on. To the seers, you see what's happening. And so this is a call out. This is a warning. Like, pray and get right, because the time is near.